Hello everyone, Rich here, back for another Minecraft ship preview video, and today it is the MS Deborah. This is a complete rebuild and rehash of my original Deborah from around 2013, I think. It's one of my, I wouldn't say it's one of my first tutorials, but it's one of the ones that sort of stayed since the beginning really, because a lot of the tutorials I had around that time have been deleted, but the MS Deborah has stayed on. But it's time for an update, and this is what I come up with. It's based heavily on the Boudica, which I was originally going to build, but it gradually evolved into the Deborah, and this is what I come up with. And you can see it does keep a lot of the inspiration from that MS Deborah. I mean, the colour scheme, for instance, you get the red, the black hull, of course, and then the red, white, and blue funnel. The blue deck, or deck flooring to the top deck, and she don't look too bad. So I'll quick fly around the ship. I don't have the full tech specs of how wide, how long, and things like that, and we do have a bit of the stern missing because it won't load. There we go. So a quick look around the back end, and this is sort of more of a period ship compared to the Deborah. The Deborah was sort of based a little bit on the Queen Mary 2, sort of an early 2000s ship, whereas this one is sort of based on a ship from around the 60s, 70s, 80s. So it's sort of that era. So it's not a bad looking little vessel. It's a bit. I don't actually know how big it is in comparison to the old one. The old one is very square and angular, and if you've seen it, then you'll know what I'm on about. I'll try and get a screenshot and add it to the video, so you can sort of get an understanding of what I'm on about. And I'm sure a lot of you have already built that one, and the old one had been rehashed, reused a few times by other people as well. It's been converted to other games. It's been converted into other projects as well. It was, I think it was it Cruise Ship Down or something like that? There was a downloadable map, which the ship was actually the Deborah, just heavily modified, but you can still see it still had the elements of the Deborah on it. But I'm kind of erasing the old one, and if we're going to phase this new one. So like I say, we'll go a quick look around what we have here, and if you want a tutorial for this thing, then just let me know. It's the usual concept of, if you want it, I'll do it, if not, then I won't. That's fair enough, isn't it? So we'll quick look around again. There's no pulls or anything added to the back end. It's still relatively clean, but there's plenty of room there if you want to add a pull or two, depending on what you want to do. But yeah, it's relatively clean at the back end. But like I was saying, it still keeps the elements of the original. It's just heavily modernised. It's got curves. It's got a bulbous bow, which is like the old one didn't have. Got a lot more sculpting to pretty much everything really. The stern is sculpted, the bow, the bulbous bow, the funnel, even the mast. So it's modernised, if you like, and it sort of actually looks like a proper ship. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Been wanting to do it for a couple of years, but never really got around to it until I started doing the live streams and got back into it. So that is the MS Deborah there, and I was going to do this preview video a bit earlier, but I never got around to it because I started doing the tutorials sooner than I expected. But there we go. So that's the MS Deborah, a rehash, rebuild, remake, whatever you want to call it. And the usual thing is, if you want a tutorial for it, then just let me know, and I shall crack on with it. So this is Rich signing off, logging off and disappearing, and I await your opinions. So this is me disappearing, and I shall see you all later. Bye.